Put the exhaust tip on. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you guys are all staying healthy and safe. Today I'm going to continue working on the 22 Tundra. I've mentioned in the past few videos, and today I'm actually doing it. We'll be installing the MBRP exhaust on the truck. Now this is a 3-inch exhaust, single exit from MBRP, and it's pretty much their run-of-the-mill, one of the most popular exhausts that most other trucks are running. Don't really have any goals with it. Just trying to make the truck maybe a little bit louder. Improving performance a little bit. Not sure if we're gonna get that. It should save some weight, even though this thing's like 70 pounds. Pretty sure that the factory exhaust is over 100. So for the installation, it is like catback exhaust, 100% bolt-on. I would imagine it's gonna take like 30 minutes. The exhaust is a little bit warm on here, so I have to be careful. So we'll see how that does. Yeah, what we're gonna do is, let's go and open this thing up and see what's all included, and that's going to give us a better idea of how long this is really going to take. But again, I think about 30 minutes. Oh, handle with care, easier. Alrighty, we've got our muffler here. Now I got this exhaust a while ago, so I'm not sure if I actually got a exhaust tip with this or not, but we'll see. So we have a little splitter. Oh, now we do have a pretty cool exhaust tip, and I do believe that these are available with black tips as well for all y'all trying to be all stealthy. We got all our clamps. Yeah, so with this being a clamp on kit, it's going to reutilize all of our OEM mounting points, I believe, so with the bushings. So as we're pulling the exhaust off, we'll make sure we leave all the bushings on the truck. And then we'll see exactly what we're going to reutilize. We do have our clamps here. So yeah, I imagine it's going to take about half an hour to 45 minutes. So let's go ahead and get into the install. I'm going to start with just removing the exhaust from the rear of the truck and moving forwards, because it's going to be lighter in the back, and then the big muffler is like underneath there. So yeah, let's get into it. Now I'm going to start by taking off the axle back portion first. Up next, we're going to remove these bolts from the cats. And I'm going to leave the rest of the exhaust hangers on for the time being. We'll remove those last. Now I've got the exhaust disconnected from the cats, I'm just going to try removing these exhaust hangers and dropping the exhaust down on the front side and then the back, and we'll just pull it out. I should probably throw a floor jack underneath it and then just lower it once this is out, but you know what? We're just going to send it like this. And actually, I'm just going to be able to drop this down on the front cross member. And then we'll just pull it out once we get the rear hangers out. Alrighty. Now this pipe is going to attach to the cat right here. So it looks like. So it's going to cat on the driver's side. This guy looks like it's going on the passenger side. And you can tell by the fact that it does have these little flanges right here. And it does look like we are going to reuse our OEM hardware to reinstall these guys. Remember, driver's side, passenger side, and we're just going to work our way back. We do have a little splitter right here, go right here, and then we just literally move this guy back. So let's go and get this installed. I'm going to start with the front and work my way back, and then yeah, let's get this bad boy on. Alright, so now this kit will work on the short bed, the long bed, and also the super long bed, so like the 8-footer. With that being said, we will need to cut down the mid pipe because this is made for the 8-foot beds, if anyone actually even has those. So what we need to do here, follow the instructions on how to cut it. You're going to be cutting from this side of the mid pipe moving inwards. Since we do have the short bed, we are going to be cutting at 12.75 inches. So about right there. Put the exhaust clip on. And there we have it. Super simple install, took about an hour. One thing to keep in mind, I did not record it, but in order to pull out the rear section of the axle back, I did have to drop the spare tire, which took about 30 seconds, not bad at all. I was able to get it off. This exhaust went on super easy. I just put it up in pieces rather than assembling it off the floor and then trying to like lift it up in place. So starting at the front, just moved it all the way to the rear. One thing I didn't mention is before the install, but you guys probably saw during the installation, I did have to cut down the mid pipe 2 size because this exhaust will work on all 3 bed size variations. With this being a short bed, we have to cut it down to 12 3/4 of an inch. Anyway, super pumped on it so far. It looks great, but you know what? Let's go ahead and get into the truck, start her up, and see if there's any drone on the inside, and this will get some exhaust sound footage for you guys. So let's get into it. Now, I've had exhaust installed in the truck for a couple of weeks. I wanted to give it a few days to break in before I did a review on this to see if it did get any louder, as usually aftermarket exhaust throughout time will get a little bit louder as they break in. That did happen with this, but it's really not that noticeable. One thing I'm super stoked about is the fact that there is no drone inside the cab with this exhaust. I'm actually really surprised. I thought there would be, but you know, even at load, 3,000-4,000 RPMs, you can barely hear the exhaust inside the cab with the windows up and all that good stuff. However, on the outside, it is pretty loud. So let's roll this window down, see if you guys can hear it. So I'm not sure if you guys can even pick that up. I guess with the exhaust being all the way in the rear, you can't really hear it on the cab much, which is preferred. However, on the outside, it can definitely, be heard. And I'll throw up some shots right now that we shot for the exhaust with some like drive-bys and just like launching and whatnot. So I'll throw that up right now. As you guys can hear and see in those videos, the exhaust is pretty loud on the outside. However, here inside the cab, I feel like other like road noise and the tires are louder than the exhaust itself, which is a huge plus. So if you guys are in the market for a fairly inexpensive exhaust for your 3rd gen Tundras, I would say that this MBRP is a really good option. And also with this exhaust, it will work on all 3 different bed lengths, as you will be cutting down the mid pipe. Anyway, let's go ahead and get on the truck a little bit here. And I've got a bunch of stuff in the bed, so you can hear that. You can actually hear the blow out more than the exhaust, so that's pretty neat. Anyway, super short video for you guys. As we continue working on the Tundra, let me know what you guys think about the exhaust. Let me know what you think about the build so far. And the next couple of videos, I will give you guys an update on the Tacoma. Until next time, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, drop me a like. And until next time, we'll see you.